Can't see nobody. Yeah, I don't know. Right in the voice, you know, isn't it?
771.
771. I seen in the news today another local shooting. It's getting to be terrible. I'm from the old school, and I tell you what, they take Bugs Bunny and all them characters off the TVs. Wouldn't let the kids watch them, but they give them these things with these video machines. And have you ever seen any of them? It looks real. It don't look like cartoons. It looks like real people. And they just are shooting and the blood is squirting and doing the worst there was. And I tell you, I think they've gotten to the point that they're just fried their brain with that, and they don't think a thing about shooting somebody. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. Let's throw that in for extra time. I don't want to get me on that. I don't want to quit. We studied lately in Luke the other night. I don't know how long back it's been now, but we come across a verse in the 6th chapter, verse number 45. And it reads like this. He says, a good man out of the good treasures of his heart brings forth what is good, and the evil man out of the evil treasures brings forth what is evil. For his mouth speaks from that which fills his heart. I read that verse and I thought, you know, there's a lot in that verse, a whole lot in it. And then I got to thinking, you know, the Bible has a lot to say about the heart. You know, it not only at this place, but you can just thumb through it, and there's lots of places it talks about the heart. But it's not talking about this one that I've got a pacemaker running. It's talking about the one that is center of you, your core, your soul, your inner being. That's what it's talking about here. And the Bible has a lot to say about it. Jesus said this about it in Matthew 15. He said, it's not what enters the mouth that defiles a man, but what proceeds out of the mouth. This defiles a man. And you know, you can be around people and you can listen to them talk, and you know, they get several people. I've noticed you get 3 or 4 or 5 people in a little huddle, and they get to talking, boy, and they get to rambling, and it ain't long till you can tell what's in their heart. You can actually tell what these people have in their minds, what to think about, by the way that they talk. Jesus said, "O generation of vipers, how can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh." And that's true. I mean, when people are talking without ever, you know, you don't have a real reason to be talking. You're just talking. You know, people do that. They just talk, and that's when they're talking from their heart. If they got a real reason, it's usually because you asked them something, and now they got to write down, you know, and find the real reason, and then talk you the truth. But usually, all this talk you hear, it's from the heart. It's from the within, and you can tell what kind of a person they are. Jesus, he said, "Do you not understand that everything that goes into the mouth passes into the stomach and is eliminated? But the things that proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and those defile a man." You know, everything that we do, everything that we say, rather, everything that we think, you know, God knows what you're thinking, remember? Everything we think is what our core is made out of. That's what we're in. And you get into a situation that speaks out, it'll speak out one way or the other. It'll either speak out good or it'll speak evil. And what we need to do is to concentrate on the good. You know, that's what we're here for. He said we put here to do the good works. To do the good works. So we need to understand that everything that goes into the mouth don't have a thing. It might kill us. It might do that, but it'll not defile you. But what comes out of this thing will defile you. It'll defile you to the point that you'll burn in hell, please. It'll do it. Again, you know, he in teaching about this defiling thing, he says that which proceeds out of the mouth, that is what defiles the man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, fornications, thefts, murderers, adulteries, deeds of coveting, wickedness, as well as deceit, sensuality, evil, slander, pride, and foolishness. All these evil things proceed from within and defile a man. You think about all that stuff. Can you think of anything else much that would defile you? You think about it. All those terms that he's used here, that comes from within a person. It's not something that's going to walk up here and grab you now and cause you to do something. It's coming out of you. And that's the things that's going to defile us. Those things are going to put us in a bad place. They're going to put us someplace that we don't want to go. Jesus said, "You will know them by their fruits," because men don't gather grapes off of thorn bushes, and they don't get figs off of thistles. I mean, how smart you got to be in this world. You don't go down here to a pear tree and find a peach on it. It ain't gonna happen. And you ain't gonna do. He said, "You'll know these people by their fruits." And the fruits is the things that we do, the things we say, the things we think, the things that we are concerned about. And those are the things that's going to amount when it's all said and done. Those are the things that's really going to amount. A good man, out of the good treasures of his heart, brings forth that which is good. And an evil man, out of the evil treasures of his heart, brings forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh. Continuing, Jesus is just continuing this thought about your heart. Your heart. He's talking about the inner person here, talking about the heart. A good man is going to, you can tell a good person by their talk, their actions, what they're doing. Are they constantly talking about something that's foolishness, or are they talking about something that's edifying? That's what it's supposed to be. That's the difference in a good man and an evil man. God gives us use. He gave us a tongue to communicate with, and we use that a great lot in life. I guess probably, they tell me, I don't remember the number that the time your heart beats during your lifetime, but it's an astronomical number. But I'd say your tongue flops more than it does. I'd say usually it's doing more than your heart. The Bible says in Proverbs 15, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. What he's saying here, the wise heart, one that is wise at heart, will control what comes out that mouth. He thinks about it first. You don't talk about, oh, whoa, that was wrong. No, you do that first. Then you talk. Then you talk, and maybe you talk about what you want to. James 3 and verses 6 and 8 got a whole lot to say about the tongue. He says, the tongue is a fire, the word of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and sets on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beast, and of birds, and of serpents, and of things in the sea is tamed, and have been tamed of mankind, but the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Think about what all that said. Just meditate on that for just a few minutes. Everything, just virtually everything that you can go out here and see of nature, we've tamed it. You think about that. We've tamed it. Lions, they've tamed them. They're the big ferocious beast. Man's tamed them, but I cannot tame a tongue. I can, but it's not yours. It'd be mine. You cannot tame a tongue. It says the tongue is a fire. You think about that, a fire. And the best place to think of that is California. Right now, it's burnt millions of acres and billions of dollars worth of homes. It's burn them up. When something is burned up, it's gone forever. It's gone forever. You can go build it back, but you cannot build back what burned up. You can build a replica, but you cannot build back what burned up. All the things that's in there is burned up. You can't replace them. They're gone. They're absolutely gone. It's the very same way with words. When we speak our words, you can't take them back. You cannot take them back. When you say something, it's there. You cannot take it back. Now, you can try to make amends, but you cannot bring that back. And people need to consider that before they talk a lot of times. And you'd be surprised if I spend a lot of time with old people. You'd be surprised some of the stuff you hear. You would think that people my age and most of your ages would start talking like they was going to go somewhere when this life is finished. No, they talk like they don't care. They ain't never going to die. I'm serious. It's unbelievable. And some of the things they talk about in religion is amazing. It's totally amazing. It is amazing, I tell you. I listened to a person the other day. I ain't going to church out there no more. The music's too loud. Well, I don't blame him. But where's he going to go? Somewhere where music ain't that loud. Oh, they found one that they didn't think it's too bad. Ain't that awful? That is awful. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Proverbs 18:21. You know, that's a true statement. Of course, Proverbs is truth statements, you know. Death and life are in the tongue. You can kill somebody with words. I mean, just literally, you can. I think that's happening a lot today. That they talk about these suicide things. People are talking so bad to some of these kids and things, and finally get them thinking that they ain't worth living, so they'll just kill themselves. The power of the tongue is unreal, and we need to really watch it, and we need to teach our children that too, also, to be careful what they say. The heart of the wise teaches the mouth, and added learning to his lips. That's the way it should be. It ain't the way it is, but that's the way it should be. The heart of the wise should be controlling their lips, telling the heart, the mind, the person, the body what to say. And it needs to be something that's edifying, not something that's tearing down, but something that is edifying. So finally, James, I can't tame the tongue, but I can tame mine. I can do that. You can't do it, but I can do it. How do you do it? Well, first thing you start on the inside. You purify the inside. Jesus said, y'all run around here and clean out the outside and make it real pretty. But you forget about the inside. It's full of dead man bones. He's talking about graves. And that's what was in it. And the people's minds are just about that very way, too. Don't think for 1 minute that we can do something that no one else sees or hears. Yeah, you might. But let me tell you, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Proverbs again, 15, verse 33. You cannot hide from the eyes of the Lord. You can't do it. Jonah tried it. You see what it got him. You cannot hide from the Lord. It doesn't matter where you're at. He said, in the depths of the ocean, you're there. You know, back in the caves, you're there. On the high mountains, you're there. You can't hide from it. So the things that we say and things that we do, they're being recorded. He knows all about it, and he'll take care of it in due season. So you might say, what's the answer to it all? Simple. Let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we'll reap if we do not grow weary. Galatians 6 and verse 9. That's the secret to the whole thing. Let us not lose heart in doing good, not evil. In order to do good, we know how to teach the inside first how to do good. We got a book here that's written by God, mind you. He wrote it. He had it done. His words. It teaches us how to be good. It teaches us what to be involved in that is good. And we need to be involved in those things in the remainder of our life. And try the best that we can to teach these younger generations the very same thing. You take another 2 generations, I'll give the country 2 more generations. Christianity is going to be in big trouble. It's going to be in big trouble. You just look around you. Look around you. What do you see here? People 1 foot on the banana peel and nothing in the grave. When they're gone, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? We need some teaching today. We need some teaching. I hope this new administration does something with the school system. It's pitiful what we've been teaching these children, how that we ain't no count, we're bad from the bone, all that stuff, you know, they're teaching them that. Teaching them about stuff that they don't need to know. It's going to cause another bad situation. But hopefully there's something to be done. I hope that's done you some good. It did me doing it. I mean, I didn't realize there was that much in the Bible about the heart, about the tongue, about talking, about what you think, how you talk, how you act. So hopefully it done some good. If there's anyone in the audience that needs prayers or whatever it may be from the congregation tonight, well, we'd ask that you let it be known while we stand and sing this song.
Will you come with